up, guys? This is Hook'em Horns. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do a tutorial or how to do a mock draft using the permutation drafting system. I'm in the middle of a mock draft right now on Fantasy Football Calculator. Just FYI, drafts never go this fast in real life, at least not in the leagues I'm in. But to show you how strong the system is, I'm going to show you how I'm able to keep up with even guys making picks in 30 seconds. So, as a player is selected, I delete them. And let's see, Ryan Matthews was also selected. And I'm the third pick here, so hopefully we can get going. But for those of you who are just watching this video, when I delete an X, it grazed the name next to them, or next to it, so it lets you know that a player has been selected. It's kind of a visual way of seeing that a player has been taken. Once you select a player, this is important, and I failed to mention this in all the other videos, so I'm sorry, but you delete all the other positions in that round. So now Excel essentially pivots off of that selection. So Excel is making all of the remaining projections pivoting off of a running back being my first player taken. So let's keep going here. Roddy White, Miles Austin, Larry Fitzgerald. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so Excel is pivoting off of this. Also, for those of you who are just watching this now, this tells me that 10 of the top 10 teams have a wide receiver, 6 of the top 10 teams have a running back in the third round, 4 of the top 10 teams have a tight end in the fourth round, and so forth. I know also that the 6th round is the least risky round for me to reach for a bench player or an upside player, and the 2nd round and the 1st round in this case, and also the 5th round, interestingly enough, are the most at risk, meaning that those are players who should be cornerstone players to a successful team. So here we go. All right, so Calvin Johnson was taken. He looked really good in preseason. He has a way of always looking good in preseason, though, I think. Waiting on a couple more picks. And then hopefully what I can do is, guys, is hoping that the best player available to me will be a running back. Because then I can I'll show you how to make an adjustment. I want to try to keep this video under 2 or 3 minutes, but I don't think it's going to happen because guys like dirtbags here. Okay, Peyton Manning is drafted. And what are you going to do, you know? I think this guy timed out his first session. So, all right, so we know it looks like D'Angelo Williams is going to be the best running back available to me. And Greg Jennings is most likely going to be the best available wide receiver. And Tom Brady is the best quarterback. So I type that in the 2nd round here because I'm telling Excel these are the players to make permutations off of. And if that's the case, it's telling me that 8 of the top 10 teams have a running back. So I will select D'Angelo Williams if he falls to me. And looks like he did. So Deshaun Jackson was drafted. Delete him first. And then I'm going to draft D'Angelo Williams. So what I do now is I delete Tom Brady, Greg Jennings, and Dallas Clark. Now all of the Excel projections will pivot off of those 2 first picks. So I've got 2 running backs, my first 2 picks. I actually like that team a lot. That's a good first start. All right, so here we go. Now I'm going to reach for, just to show you what I do when I reach for a player. I'm going to reach for a player in the 3rd round here. I'm going to reach for Chris Wells in the 3rd round as a bench player. Now, typically, I wouldn't do this in the 3rd round. I would wait till the 4th round because, again, that's the safest round for me to do that, as well as the 6th round. But just for sake of an example here, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So normally I would draft a wide receiver if these players fell to me. But I'm going to draft Chris Wells so I can show you kind of the flexibility and the dynamic nature of the permutation drafting system. So what I do over here is I go to my starter draft round, and I'm telling it now, I'm round 4, I'm drafting starter 3, not round 3. I'm drafting my 3rd starter in the 4th round now because I'm reaching for a player in the 3rd. I change these to reflect that, and I go back here, and now all of the permutations are starting in the 4th round and on. So Excel knows now that in the 3rd round I drafted a bench player. So I'm still able to make my permutations for my starters in my remaining rounds. And I can do that, I can go crazy too. Like let's say I wanted to draft Zach Miller in the 10th round because Guru's been pumping him up. There you go. So now I know that I'm going to be drafting a bench player in the 3rd round, and 2 bench players in the 8th and 9th, and so forth. So you've got a lot of flexibility in the program. So let's just follow along here with the remainder. Down here at the bottom, I tried to tell everyone to make it fast, but nobody's listening. Anyway, I think you guys have the point of what I'm trying to do. So I drafted 2 players, and after I draft a player, I delete, make adjustments in the rounds, and it's all pivoting off of my projections. Really, guys, that's it. And truly, permutation drafting is standing at the end of your draft, telling you this is the best possible team based upon your projections. This is the absolute best arrangement of players to choose. So, happy domination. We'll see you next time, guys.